Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying the party so far. This video is just to give you a sneak peek of what I went through 15 years. And I guess I'll start my story by telling you that there was this young lady named Liliana Rosinos and a young male named Edwin Melchor that gave life 15 years ago to a little baby girl named Stephanie Melchor Rosinos, which of course is me. Um, I lived in Dover for about 3 years with my parents, and then I moved with my grandparents about a year in Pauling. And after that year passed, my mom, I ended up living with my mom, and which is now my stepdad, Ronaldo Saavedra. And I always stayed in contact with my dad, always had a good relationship with him, and I always had a good relationship with my stepdad. Everyone was happy, and I was happy as well. Okay, so after that, the year of 2007 came, and that's when my brother, Ryan Saavedra Rosinos, was born. I was happy to be a big sister. I always took care of him. I was always there for him. He was there for me, even till this day. But later that year, God gave me a test. He gave me a test to life, and He gave me type 1 diabetes. I was only 7, and it was tough for a 7-year-old to take. I wasn't able to eat sweets no more. It was just something shocking. I spent weeks in the hospital, and when I got back to school, it was totally different. My friends weren't my friends anymore. People, they ended up bullying me. They said I was weird, even though now I know I'm not. Um, but it was something tough to take. I always got screamed at for sitting in people's seat, that I was gonna give it to them. I know now that's not true, but at 7, I always thought, I might give it to them. Maybe I should just stay away. I really didn't speak to anybody about it, but my family. They always supported me. And 4 years passed later on, and I never spoke about it again, about being bullied. 4 years passed, and my mom was pregnant. We were waiting to see if it was a boy or a girl. But on August 1st, 2011, my mom had a miscarriage. He passed away. It was tough because I was excited again. We named him Manuelito. He's my little angel that takes care of me from heaven. I love him till this day. He would be 4. I really miss him, but I know he's watching. The year of 2013, my mom was pregnant again. We were expecting a little girl. I was happy again. It felt like it was my life changed because it got me from sadness to happiness. Well, on July 24th, 2013, Lily Bella was born. She's a mini me. I absolutely love her. I feel that she's a gift from God to help me to cope with what happened with Manuelito. Now she's 2. She's super cute. I love both my brothers. I love my other siblings that my father has. I love all of them. I'm the oldest. It's tough for just a 15-year-old to take to be the oldest, but I'm happy who I am. I'm extremely happy. And now that I'm 15, I'm having my party of a quinceañera. And it's my dream. And it's not just a party for me. It's a moment that I can feel important, that I can be a princess, because I know when I was smaller, I said that I couldn't be. Of course, because I'm type 1 diabetic. I'm the oldest of everyone. I don't think it would be possible. But God, my parents, and everyone that supported me is making this possible. This party is for everyone, not just for me. And now 15 years later, this is me. Thank you. Hi everybody, I hope you're enjoying the party so far. This video is just to show you some parts of my life that I went through these 15 years. And I guess my story begins with a young lady named Liliana Rosinos and a young male named Edwin Melchor gave life to a little baby girl named Stephanie Melchor Rosinos. Well, of course, me. And for 3 years, I lived with my parents, happy as can be, in Dover Plains. And then I moved with my grandparents to Pawling and I lived with them about a year. I got really close with them, and then after that year passed, I ended up living with my mom, which is now my stepdad, named Haroldo Saavedra. And he became a father to me. I always stayed in contact with my dad. I love them both. They're both mean a lot to me in my life. They're both my parents. My mom's always been there. My dad's always been there. He's always been there. I'm lucky to have two dads. Not just one, but two. And so, in the year of 2000, God gave me a gift, and all of us a gift, and Ryan was born. He's my brother, and now he is, 8. And I was happy as can be, like always. But then later that year, God gave me a challenge. He gave me something to see if I could take it. And he gave me type 1 diabetes. It was tough to take at age 7. It was something hard. And I spent days in the hospital. It was not a good moment for me. And then when I got back to school, that just became even worse. I ended up being bullied for just having something that's not my fault for. People started telling me that I'm weird. Started screaming at me not to sit near them, not to be near them, not to even touch their stuff because I might give it to them. At this age now, I know that I'm not going to give it to them, but at 7, you would believe anything anybody would say. I got really isolated from the world. I felt alone. I didn't have no friends. And I felt sad. But I did have the support of my family. Never really talked about me being bullied, but it's fine. Well, the year of 2011 came. My mom was pregnant. We didn't know what we were expecting. We were really excited because of the month of August. We were going to know if it was a boy or girl. But then August 1st, 2011, she had a miscarriage. My little brother, we named him Manuelito. I was excited to see him, to see who he would become. But he's an angel from above right now. And I know he can't be here today, but I know he's with me spiritually. He's someone that I know that protects me, and I love him to death, even though I don't know who he is, how he would look like, or anything. But I love him. I really became upset when he wasn't here with us. But the year of 2013 came. My mom was pregnant again. We found out it was a baby girl. I got excited. It would be an experience that I was dying to wait. And so we named her Lily Bella. She's exactly like me. She's mini me. She's so cute. I love her to death. I love all my siblings to death. I'm actually the oldest. Besides of Ryan and Lily, I'm the oldest sibling of my half-brothers that I love them to death too, John and Matthew. I'm as lucky as can be to be the oldest. I was happy. I was complete. I am complete. And my only dream basically was to have my quinceañera, to have a party that would say, wow, she's important. Wow, she's a princess. Even at the age of 7, when I figured out I had diabetes, I pushed myself to think, oh, I can't be a princess. I can't be someone important because of what I have. But now this party showed me that I am important. I am a princess. Everyone's someone in life. Now, 15 years later, this is me, who I become. Thank you. Hi everyone, hope you're enjoying the party so far. This video is just to show you a little bit of what I went through 15 years of my life. And I guess my story begins with a young lady named Liliana Orsinos and a young male named Edwin Melchor gave life to a baby girl named Stephanie Melchor Orsinos. Of course, it's me. For 3 years, I lived in Dover Plains with both my parents, happy. And then I moved to Pauling with my grandparents for a year. I got really close to my grandparents and my uncles. My uncles became siblings of mine. My grandparents became parents also. And then after that year ended, I ended up living with my mother, and which is now my stepdad, named Aroldo Saavedra. I always stayed in contact with my dad. He's always been there for me. Everybody's always been there for me. I love them all. Love everyone all. And then the year of 2007, Ryan was born. He's my first sibling, out of which is now 5. And I was super happy to be a big sister. It was a great experience, and it is a great experience. But later that year, my great experience kind of changed. I ended up experiencing something else. God gave me a challenge to face in my life, a challenge that few people at my age would actually take. My age was 7, and I became type 1 diabetic. It was something tough that I had to go through at my age. I was young to be a diabetic. I spent days in the hospital. I was terrified of what I have to go through and what I still have to go through. My life was completely turned upside down. When I got used to it, I ended up going back to school, and then it was another whole experience I had to face. Friends that I had then became enemies because I ended up being bullied. I ended up with no friends. I ended up being the weirdo. I ended up being alone. Everybody ended up yelling at me to get away from them, to not touch their stuff, to not sit near them, because I might give it to them. I know now that I can't give it to the people, but at age 7, you would believe anything anybody would tell you. I was upset. I was isolated from the world. I was alone, but great that I had the support of my family. My family kept expanding over the years. I ended up gaining 2 other brothers from the side of my dad, named John and Matthew, which I adore them with all my life too. I love them completely as well. So far I have 3 brothers. And so then the year of 2011, my mom was pregnant. We didn't know if it was going to be a boy or a girl yet. In the month of August we were going to know. But then August 1st came and there was a miscarriage. I was upset. I was happy to be waiting for another sibling. We ended up naming him Manuelito. He's my angel from above. I love him. I wish I could know who he would be today. He would be 4. I miss him. I love him and I miss him. It was something sad for me. But I went through it, and then the year of 2013, my mother was pregnant again. We were expecting a baby girl. I was excited. I was going to be a big sister again, another experience of having a little sibling. And we ended up naming her Lily Bella. It's a beautiful name for a little girl. I absolutely love her as well. Now I'm the oldest out of, well, 5. I love all my siblings. They're all equal to me. They're all really special to my heart. My family's special to my heart. They always supported me through everything. And I'm as happy as can be right now. There's nothing more I could wish. But I did have a wish, and just one wish, and that was to have a quinceañera, to have my sweet 15. To every other girl, maybe it might be just a party, or maybe it's special to them too. But to me, it's not just a party. It's a day I can prove myself that I'm worthy, that I'm important, that I can be a princess too. I always push myself down saying that I can't be a princess, I can't be this or I can't be that because, well, I'm diabetic. And, well, society basically limited my choices. I'm like, I can't do this, I can't do that. But I can, and I will. And this is my time to show everyone that I am a princess. Now, 15 years later, this is me. Thank you.